Welcome to another edition of Bystander at Newsstand. I am Babalola Timothy. I have with me the Point newspaper. Foreign capital inflows into telecoms rise by $659.03 million. Fowler's tenure ends, fate hangs in the balance. NCC creates emergency communication centers in 18 states. IPPIS, FG to the side VC's extension request today. Sowore'S, US raises concern, warns against anti-democratic actions. DSS apologized to judge, says Falano. APC wins 16 Ekiti local government chairmanship seats, PDP kicks. Assigned sex tapes, girls expulsion letter in tears, Babcock VC. Internet fraudster burns girlfriend to death over infidelity. Pupils attack Delta teacher after allegedly taking drugs. I also have with me Daily Independence newspaper, and we have on the front page FG to introduce new visa regime to boost economy. Allow judiciary to operate freely. Archbishop Martins urged Buhari. Lagos Assembly won't repeal ex-governor's pension law, spokesperson. Why airlines fail in Nigeria, AMCON's chief. Sowore'S revolution call like Boko Haram's presidency. Says it wants to cause chaos, disappear like Nnamdi Kanu. APC backs DSS, says PDP. Atiku desperate to paint party black. You will kill PDP with impunity, but the judge tells secondos. Experts see governance raw regulation influencing stock pricing. Buhari's government not different from Abacha's junta, Gani Adams. We are sure our reviewers are ready to give their views upon the stories. Stay tuned, I will be right back. We have Sowore'S. US raises concern, warns against anti-democratic actions.
US warning anti-democratic action, they are right. Why I say they are right? Even by calling Nigerians to order this time, it's late. They could have done it since. Why? Because we borrowed this system of democracy from America. Now America cannot fold their hand looking the system of their democracy being tarnished, as if that is what America is practicing. Do you understand? We borrowed this system of presidential government from America. Then America have every cause to defend the system of democracy, which Nigeria possess with mouth that they are practicing. Well, indeed, they are not practicing it. Okay, let me reflect back. What happened on Friday? On Friday, I commend them that if they can be able to start after to remember to respect human rights and to respect the law. The same just court of justice that give them order to produce Sowore'S, the same their place, they went and vandalized that court. Now, what we saw last Friday was act of, or let me call it, dance of shame. What happened on Friday between DSS, the lawyers, the court, and Sowore'S is dance of shame. In other hand, you call it the act of barbarians. The DSS, government arm, judiciary, government arm, lawyers, government property. Sowore'S, Nigerian citizen. Part of his vote made this government to be in power. He casted votes, although he contests as a free Nigerian citizen. But why should they handle him as if he's a barbarian? Why should they handle him as if he's a criminal? He did not carry any arms. He did not resist their arrest. He only asked, bring the warrant of arrest. When they fell, they jumped into him. This to show you that these people are barbarians. This to show you that Nigerians know how to dance of shame. They can name it pattern dance. This one, I don't know what they will call it. Are they going to call it elephant dance or kangaroo dance? I haven't known. But let's wait and see what they will call it. But all I know is a dance of shame. These have shown that Nigerians are shameless. Nigerian government is the shameless government. You don't know what to do. They are confused. This to show you that Nigerian government are immature. They are premature to govern. This present administration is completely immature. They act childishly. They don't know their left from right. They act lawlessly. That's what I'm telling you. So U.S. government need to intervene to correct the democracy of Nigeria because we borrowed from them. Now, we use parliamentary system. It failed. We abolish it. We enter unitary. It failed. We abolish it. Now we say 1979. We went and borrowed a nice system from US, which US have been operating since ever, and they are successfully moving on. Nigeria went and borrowed it and started abusing that system, which means Nigeria is immature to govern themselves. Now, if you can, Nigeria can remove shame out because they know how to dance of shame. But if they can mellow that shame, stop dancing that of shame, and to come out with reality, went back and signed contract with our colonial master to come out the colonial sort again, it will be more better than what you are doing as a government. Let them sign another 50 years of consultation contract with Britain. Oh, our mother, we are not matured. Come and feed us again. Give us milk, not to bone. Feed us with milk again or feeding bottle so that we can be able to mature to eat bone. Because I trying to crack bone, which they cannot able to be cracked. Let us employ Queen back, our mother, give her another contract of 50 years to feed us with milk. Then on completion of that 50 years, around 35 to 40 years, then let him introduce what we call to chew bone, to administrate ourselves, by ourselves. When we completed the independence, our national anthem was Nigeria, we be heading by their own native land. If our own native land peoples are ruling us like this, it's worse than when foreigners are ruling us. Then we better employ those foreigners to come and rule us well. So what happened yesterday, on Friday, paper is completely up to today. It's completely total disgrace to African as a whole. Because Nigeria always boasts themselves up that they are the giant of Africa. And they're not showing anything like giant of Africa. Look at Ghana. Ghana, when they did their own election, the government in power was leading. But that was called of percentage. None of the party reached there. The government in power said, I cannot claim winner. Until we reach that percentage, therefore the election was draw. They start afresh again. But here in Nigeria, not so. If Ghana can do that thing and did not claim that they are giant of Africa, why should we, Nigeria, claim that we are giant of Africa when we cannot show that we are giant of Africa? Rather, we show that we are puppets in Africa. Puppets in Africa. Ordinary obey the law. Release this man. You release him inside the court. Want to arrest him again inside the court and say that it wasn't DSS or SS. It was a Sowore'S gang up. If it's Sowore'S gang up, do you know them that the Sowore'S boys came to add that in to put Nigeria into shame? Why can't you arrest them up till now?
Okay, wait. Because of what you said, DSS apologized to George, says Falano.
This is what I'm telling you. This is what I'm saying. If DSS said they are not the one that operate that, why should they go and apologize?
Yeah, that's why I said that.
So for them to apologize, they've already admitted that they are the one that did it. And because they did, because they don't know the law, they are trying to defend. DSS is trying to defend the law, but they don't know the law. Then how can you say that I break the law? I commit treason. My speech is a speech of treason. I go for revolution. And you want to follow the law. And you don't follow what the judges are saying. What the judges are the law keepers, guarding other people. You are not following the instruction they give. The first judge give instruction, give order to release him. You people say no. Now you people are threatening that judge, looking for his life. This second judge, Ijoma Ojukwu, give order again. You people release him and try to arrest him again inside the court premises. Is he meant to be in the law to be in that place? Now you say you are not the one. When your people have surrendered the whole premises of the court, and when he say come out from the court, you people arrest him. Then if you know that you will apologize, what you are doing is bad. If you know that you are not the one that doing it, when he stepped out from outside the court building into the court premises, you could have absent your hand to prove that you are innocent. No, you could have left him to go on his own without touching him again to prove yourself innocent, that you don't know about it. The SS boss is denying. SS boss is denying. The SS is denying. Government is trying to protect them. Where are we going?
Now, good. We have Sowore'S revolution call like Boko Haram's presidency. Sowore'S revolution call like Boko Haram's presidency. Says he wants to cause chaos, disappear like Nnamdi Kanu. APC backs DSS, says PDP. Atiku desperate to paint party black.
Now, if the presidency is nobody. Listen, that word the president is not the president. It's not the vice. It's not the advisors. It's not the ministers. Presidency, the building. Presidency, Aso Rock environment. Then how can a president that represents nobody condemn a person who come out to say something? Now, okay, let's assume the president is a human being. It's a personality. Now, if the president is a personality, the same presidents called in 2015 that if they did not win the election, monkey and bamboo will soak in their blood. Nobody arrests them. It's not a revolution. It's not carrying arms. The same presidency, when some Boko Haram's, the president that is condemning Boko Haram now, when some Boko Haram are heading down to southeast in Jonathan regime, they caught 80-something of them. The same presidency come out and condemn the president in government in power at that time, that they are molesting Nigerian citizens' rights. Why should not allow Nigerian citizens to move freely in their own country? Where the constitution said they will have to have right to move freely, but the president is not doing it now. Now, change that this present government take to enter power. Is this change not a revolution? Revolution is everything to change. But this one come with R, this one come with C. That's the only difference. Revolution is change. Change is revolution. But the difference where you want to revolutionize to, or where you want to change to. That's the only thing. This is why I said last time, they could allow Sowore'S to finish his revolution. Let us know exactly where he's heading to before they will arrest him. Now, comparing Nnamdi Kanu and Sowore'S is a different case. But the same operation pattern dance they did in Nnamdi Kanu place is the same dance of shame they did in court on Friday. The same thing, lawlessness. Nnamdi Kanu did not disappear, you pushing him out. What happened on, I think, 14th November or September 2017 in Afro-Diogu? You see what led to Nnamdi Kanu Perez's death, the shock.
We have here Sowore'S. US raises concern, warns against anti-democratic actions.
Nigeria, we should just tell ourselves the truth, that we are out of democracy, you understand? Let us practice, and one thing I always tell them that, let the government, this present government, come out and tell the public that we are not in military regime. So that they should stop using another name to cover the action they are taking, because you understand, if you want to rule a country, use a direct way, don't use indirect, because it's only this regime we know indirect and direct primary election, and the same thing they are using to rule us. They are using direct way to use military power to rule us and telling us it's democracy, which is not done in anywhere. Because about Sowore'S matter that we are talking, when they went to court, and like now they reach somebody within 24 hours, court say, okay, let them fortify it, let them know where the fault is coming from. And everything in this country, even the day that before them they come to power, anything that the country want to stand for is court that will pass the judgment. And now they say let Sowore'S go to court and let court pass the final judgment on his matter. And before they reach there, and they release him, like yesterday evening, they went to court in the morning, and the same day said that release him, still went to court again to go and drag him. Why? Me say, if we have a leader, a presidency, I mean what are they called? A cabal that they call themselves. This is a thing that they should look up to, because in their own image, nobody will speak good of them because they have damaged the country image. Everywhere, because the other last year, that's 2017, the same what have not happened in Nigeria before. A man enter a Senate chamber to collect the milk, run away and go and throw it under bridge. You understand? He collect it and go and throw it under bridge in Abuja, and nobody talk about it. The same DSS invest Senate chamber, lock the Senate, and no, even the Senate president, the House of President, nobody will enter. You understand? Look at the thing that is happening. But see, until now, the presidency and the leaders that say they are ruling a nation could not say anything. And you say, and the same thing happened to Sowore'S. They went to pursue the judge and chase all the lawyers in that place out of the place and take what they want to take, because the order, if you ask them now, they will tell that the order come from above. Who are the above? Who are those ones that give the order from above to come and arrest somebody when the matter is still going on in the court? Inside court, not outside the court premises or inside, they come and scatter everything. That one, we are out of democracy. If they know, that's why I say, if they know that we are no more in democracy, they should come out in public and let us know that now Nigeria is no more in democracy, we are in military government. So that we will know where to start from. You understand? Because this one is what they are using stone to hit sand. Think that the same stone and sand are the same thing. If you are using stone to hit sand, you know the difference. You understand? That is the thing that is happening, because they want to use force on the civilian. And why civilian, we are just like sand. We are not like stone, because when the time comes, if we want to mend ourselves, when you mix cement with sand, you know how it's strong. Time will come. That's why I always tell them. Time will come, you see that the thing that they are putting in order, the thing that the government of this region are trying to build, bro, it will grow up. And when it grow up, they will know that they have left a legacy that they cannot control. Look at Syria. Syria matter is almost 10 years, I'll be 8 years, if I don't make mistake. This same Syria, you are hearing about they are fighting, it's almost how many years? 10 years. Even the leader ruling there have not had peace, because of the youth rise up that they think going on in the country, they don't want it. But one day, I promise that one day it will happen for this country. Then the leader will know that the thing they are building have germinated. You understand?
Okay, we have DSS apologized to judge, says Falano.
Yes, DSS, if they apologize, they should tell us where the power given to them to go and invade the court, so that we know where to start from. They cannot just say we apologize. And who sent you to go and invade the court and embarrass the judges and the judiciary as a whole? You don't say you apologize. What we are not talking about the apology. We are talking about where the source of the person give you the power to go and invade the judiciary chamber. Let them tell us. Well, is it the presidency? Is it the leader of the DSS? Let them you understand that you should let us know, not only apology. Because the same thing happened when they lock Senate chamber. Oshiban just sacked the director of DSS. Buhari come back and restore him back. You understand? So that's to show you that the order of what they are doing is not from even the DSS office. It's from the leader, number one. Because if number one cannot stand, have you heard him say anything? He have not said anything concerning the matter. All of them they're there because they know themselves. That is one thing, you understand? They know what they do and they know what they are doing. Forget that they should say that maybe it's not all of them, they are aware of what is going on. They have people everywhere working. Sometimes you can see one of the agents working. If you don't know him or you don't know that this person is working with the presidency, they are taking what is happening. Show to them, but he have not affected their family, they have not affected their children, they have not affected any of their relation. What do you think they will do? Nigeria is a people that until before the government take action, that thing affect their family. If you not affect their family, they will not answer you. If they lie, let everybody die. no concern them. But about the DSA apology, let them tell us who sent them, who give them the order to invade court premises to go and arrest somebody when judiciary is, oh, the court is passing judgment. You understand? That is what they should tell Nigeria so that we know where we are. You understand?
Well, you see, U.S. concerned. You know, I told you the other day. I said the other time that that what's his name should tell us where America supported his speech and which agency of America supported his speech. You could see they are they from the media. We are now seeing the media sticking with the two sides of their mouth. Today, America supported the government. Tomorrow, America is against the government. But I must say, it is high time we forget about America this, America that. America really do not need to decide our fate for us. We as a people have to decide our fate for ourselves. We as a nation, we are called a sovereign state. We are not a dependent state. We are an independent nation. And as an independent nation, we need to work as such. Well, I will not, to a larger extent, I will not blame America because it is a saw that invited the flies to come and feast on it. If we have done like people who are sensible, people would have not meddled into our affair. It is because the man could not manage his wife. That is why people run into their houses to say, it is okay, it is okay. So, and to another extent, I want to challenge the American government. If they feel they are truly for justice and they are truly for the right of human beings, the injustice melted to Nigerians is quite enough. It is too much that they should watch. They should just sit and talk alone. It is time for people to act for the safety, to liberate Nigerians, to liberate the common man from the hands of these wicked, God-forsaken human beings who call themselves leaders. As to Sowore, I would say he is getting his own side of the coin, because you cannot eat your cake and have it. 5 years ago, or 6 years ago, he was so instrumental to this government. He was singing the praise of change. He was criticizing and destroying another man. But he forgot that when you destroy another man today, the next destruction is your own turn. You can never kill a man and kill him forever. You only kill a man, and tomorrow will be your own turn. Jonathan has that. Jonathan government is dead and gone, and nobody will kill his government again. But today is the turn of his killers to face their own wrath.
We have a Sowore'S revolution call like Boko Haram's Presidency. Says it wants to cause chaos, disappear like Nnamdi Kanu. APC backs DSS, says PDP, Atiku desperate to paint party black.
Well, like I still say, Sowore is only paying back the money they gave him. The money he collected as a Sahara reporter to blackmail a man. That is the money this government is getting back from him. He has to pay the money. Do you know how much he paid to get the temporary freedom he got? And that money he paid, he has not paid the whole money. So that's why they had to rearrest him. So he will go to court again and seek another bail.
Do you think his revolution call is the same thing as Boko Haram?
What I am saying is, anywhere you paint it, there had to be a name for every offense, so that the man can pay money. Now they have the other one he gained bail from. He was charged for I think treasoning felony or thereabout. Now, they've just taken him for Boko Haram, linked to Boko Haram. So he also had to pay. And by the time he pays to gain freedom, and the money is not enough, they will now look for another name again to rearrest him. Because you see, what the government has just done is that they need to they understood that Nigerians are no longer happy, that the world is now angry with them, that they are not obeying court orders. So they just had to allow, okay, go. And then now they've arrested him. And when if you ask them why did he just, they told him he's linked to Boko Haram. So he has to go to the court to defend himself that I'm not linked with Boko Haram. And on defending himself, he also had to seek a bail. That's why I told you the money APC paid him 5, 6 years ago, he had to return them back. They are systematically collecting the money back from him. So there is no two ways about it. And I think this will teach Sowore a lesson that after this, he will not soil his hand with something that is not credible. But rather, it is better you pursue a just cause for a just reason.
Okay, we have Sowore. U.S. raises concern once against anti-democratic actions.
Yeah, anti-democratic actions by this current regime, and as we can see, we are not in a democratic setup. These are a military, regime in disguise. They are trying to disguise themselves as if we are in a democratic dispensation. So what happened to Sowore? Sowore was an activist right from school. In the 90s, he was in the student government in 1993-94. When Abacha was there, 95, 96, he tormented Abacha. Then in 1999, he really set up Sahara Reporters, a platform, an anti-government platform that, dated back from 1999 dates. So what happened is that he worked against Obasanjo government, and Obasanjo could not do anything to him because anyway, Obasanjo himself knew that Sowore was doing the right thing. Then when Yar'Adua came in, he worked against Yar'Adua. Yar'Adua could not do anything. Yar'Adua, was a university don. He was a lecturer. I think it's from, what's that his course, curriculum from where he comes from. I don't know, I couldn't remember anyway. Maybe zoologist but I don't know. But now, he worked against Yar'Adua, then he worked against Jonathan. He helped same Buhari to oust Jonathan. He helped the umpire INEC under Jega together with Atiku and Buhari to oust Jonathan. They succeeded in ousting Jonathan. It was a palace coup. Buhari did not win election in 2015. It was the ex-generals fought Jonathan out of power. I will mention their name: Abdul Salam, Theophilus Danjuma, and Olusegun Obasanjo. They were the one that did the coup d'etat. It was a palace coup. They forced Jonathan out, they intimidated him out of office with the help of the umpire called INEC then. This man was the man who used his biro, his people, his platform, his guns, his fans, his workers to remove Jonathan from office. He was against oil subsidy protests. It was with oil subsidy protests that actually won the war against Jonathan regime. Sowore was there. They used him, Tinubu used him, Yar'Adua used him. They worked together with Falana, Soyinka, Joe Dumaki, and the rest of them. Look at Ndubisi Kanu Park today, it's empty. Nobody's protesting there. Nobody's protesting the current pump price, 185 naira, against 87 naira when Jonathan was there. Look at Ndubisi Kanu Park, nobody's there anymore. Look at Ojota Park, nobody's there anymore. Look at Excellence Hotel roundabout. They used to mount microphone there with all manner of musicians singing, chanting war song against Jonathan regime. I tell you, my brother Jonathan, I'm so distressed over what happened to you in the past, but now we are facing the music. Currently, nobody has been able to march on the street of Lagos to protest against the current bad governance of Buhari regime. We could not do anything. The regime is bad, but Nigerians could not do anything. Nobody could come to the street anymore. Tinubu himself could not even voice out that the regime in which we are here now is bad. Soyinka himself, he seldom backs. Let me tell you, he was backing then, often and often, but now, Wole Soyinka seldom backs. He doesn't back anymore. So what are we saying? Sowore was incarcerated or jail, or put in jail for some 3 months now. You understand? He had his lawyers in place. They applied for his release. They met up the whole jail procedures. They met up every condition needed of them. The amount granted for the bail was paid, 150 million. Everything was met up. But what is it that must have orchestrated the arresting of Sowore? The worst was happened last week when Sowore was arrested in the courtroom, in the presence of the so-called judges, bench of lawyers. Still nothing happened. Don't you see that this is more hilarious? Don't you see that this is more funny? It's funniest thing ever happened to Nigeria in the recent time. A situation whereby someone that is free, by the court was rearrested in the presence of the so-called judges. I'm telling you, it is another. What do I put there? Is it a vendetta? How do I put my grammar? I don't know the usage. I don't know the English. The kind of grammar I'm going to use here again. Look, we are the most populous black nation. Why are we the most populous black nation infiltrated with gorilla and all manner of varieties of monkeys? I'm telling you. You have gorilla, you have chimp, you have baboon, you have white, you have black monkeys, white and black monkeys. All these are varieties of apes. This is where it is universally played. On the field of play, Nigeria is the field of play where all manner of apes display their versatilities. Versatilities. Their expertise. Their prowess. Thieves. People that can bend justice. People that can bend election. People that can thwart any situation. Any craft. They can craft anything and come out with it and go with impunity. Why could Bichi, the Director General of DSS, why could that guy, how dare him, they arrested someone that is free already in the courtroom and is being, the presidency is telling us that they are in support of DSS. Yeah, Buhari says he's sorry. That is, the presidency, the executive is in support of DSS action. Who is he? Look at the NAS, National Assembly. Are they morons? Are they not the legislatives? Are they not the one that make the law? Why could the executive be that selfish and stupid to do whatever they want? Okay, now we've all known that the legislators, they are just rubber stamp to the executive. Now this morning we've seen the SS apologize to the courts, to the judges. It is unfair. That apology comes too late. You can't do such. You can't try it in the Western world. Why could you shot someone dead? Then you come back and apologize to such a dead person, or even to his people that you are sorry. No, there's no apology to the law. Law does not take apology. If you contravene the law, you are culpable to it. You must be held accountable. You are a culprit if you contravene the law. No apology. Man, this is the worst government ever. We have reduced ourselves to laughing stocks in the world. We have reduced Nigeria to nothing. We are no longer giant of Africa we are known to be. We are just the most populous black country, verbally, literally. We have not seen anything in place. Nothing has ever made Nigeria as the most populous black nation. Nothing has ever made us as the most, as the giant of Africa we are. We are not gigantic in any ramification. We are just belittling ourselves. We are just insulting ourselves. We are just being tormented on a daily basis by Nigerian government. Sowore'S rearrest is condemnable. It's a thorough fallacy. I don't like it.
Thank you very much, sir. This is what we have for you today. Join us for another exciting and interesting stories tomorrow. I remain Babalola Timothy. Have a nice day.
Audio Jungle.